Hello and welcome to Bauchi in Focus on Trust TV, your weekly roundup of key developments across Bauchi State, from governance and infrastructure to agriculture and humanitarian efforts. I am Ibrahim Ismail. Bauchi State Governor Senator Bala Mohammed has officially sworn in 12 new appointees into strategic civil service and executive council roles, aiming to boost performance and service delivery across the state. Speaking at the ceremony, the governor urged the new officials to uphold professionalism, transparency, and teamwork. On behalf of the appointees, Dr. Ibrahim Alhaji Muhammad, newly appointed chairman of the Civil Service Commission, thanked the governor and promised a renewed commitment to public service.
Your Excellency, my brother and my colleague, the Deputy Governor of Bauchi State, Right Honorable Muhammad Awad Latam, Your Excellency, our boss, the Speaker of the Bauchi State House of Assembly, and other members of the Bauchi State House of Assembly here, my lords, the Chief Judge and the Grand Kadi, who have helped us with their gracious presence here, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Bauchi, ably represented by my elder brother, the Galadima Bauchi, the Secretary to the Government, the Chief of Staff, the Head of Service, the Principal Private Secretary, the Head of Service, members of the State Executive Council, our elder statesmen, especially the Deputy Chief Imam of Bauchi, permanent secretaries and other heads of extra-ministerial departments, those that have just been sworn in, the chairman, my elder brother, for the State Civil Service Commission, and other members of other commissions, permanent secretaries, and of course my brother, the Auditor General. Relations of those being sworn in, I can see them in their numbers. Distinguished invitees, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. We give all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this day and this moment. This is a moment of self-actualization and of course the crystallization of our brothers' career development in the public service, and those who have been attested to lead in their own right as elder statesmen, especially the chairman of the State Civil Service Commission, whom I knew since I was in our secondary school days as my very humble senior, who has always been very good. Of course, our elder sister, she is the lone female person that has been sworn in. She has come a long way too. She has helped, groomed, and developed a lot of people in the system and even within the family. And she has been saddled with that responsibility of impartiality in the State Electoral Commission and other members of other statutory bodies. As permanent secretaries, of course, I don't have to say it again, you know your responsibility. You are the bureaucrats, the technocrats that will guide the implementation of government programs and projects. And you are impartial in nature because you have been trained to serve anybody in power. So our commissioners don't take them for granted, they know how to navigate. They know how to serve you. If they are good, they serve you very well. But I ask you to take extra mile to give honest and sincere advice. Don't be afraid of us, that is me, my colleague, the Deputy Governor, or members of the executive. You should advise us sincerely. I was once a member of your club as a civil servant. It is always very glorious for one to be honest and sincere. It is only by so doing that you will be able to keep the black mind and then ensure that there is development. As for my brother and Karim, you know your job is already self-explanatory. As an auditor, you are supposed to audit but not only auditing to ensure that established financial regulations are obeyed.
Sir, on behalf of all the servants here, we'd like to thank you very much for this appointments and also the confidence deposited upon us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us so that we will be able to deliver the various responsibilities in our establishment. We also ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to guide you and protect you as you deliver of the leadership, expect Bauchi to higher levels. We thank you very much.
Bauchi is stepping up climate action. Governor Bala Mohammed has approved the establishment of a climate change management unit to tackle environmental challenges and align with the state development framework, My Bauchi project. This followed a high-level meeting with stakeholders from Oxford and the Federal Ministry of Environment. The new unit will guide Bauchi's climate adaptation strategies. Nigeria faces rising vulnerability to climate change. Droughts, flooding, and land degradation are impacting agriculture and livelihoods. Efforts like NewMap, AgriSol, and the Great Green Wall initiative are already working to reverse this trend. The governor thanked partners for providing a draft climate adaptation plan, now under review by the State Executive Council.
We have all the policies available, and they will come. It has worked in other states that we have partnered with: Taraba State, Kebbi State, and Nasarawa State. So it's something I know very well. We've completed the validation today, and today I told the Honorable Commissioner that we will not leave this state until we submit the final copy. And that we will do. We'll work throughout today and tomorrow to ensure that that final copy is sent to your office so that you can do the rest. Thank you so much for this opportunity. God bless you.
We came up with this idea, and then that was when the information memo was submitted to the government, and then we agreed that we're going to start. So a stakeholders engagement was called upon here, where we gathered stakeholders from the 20 local government and then the ministry. But first, before then, we set an interministerial committee on climate change. Then we set a stakeholders committee on climate change, and then we created DEX office for climate change in all the 20 local governments. Through the support of Oxfam and GIFSEV, we gathered 125 people for 5 days, looking at all the thematic areas that was mentioned: agric, land use, forestry, water resources, and what have you. We looked at the issues vis-a-vis the dynamics of climate change. Subsequently, we've been working, we gather information from our DEX officers from local government, and we send to GIFSEV and then Oxfam. They gathered the information. We had several virtual meetings on this matter until we set a date, which would have been last week, but for some issues.
It is very gladdening to be here and to listen to these people who are so passionate for us. This is the kind of partnership that we want and the kind of Nigerians we need around. Those that can bring goodwill, best practice or global best practice to us without even asking for it. Mr. Kenneth has been here for 6 years now. I've been wanting to see him because of his articulation, his depth of knowledge. But I think somebody here frustrated us from seeing, and he knows himself. But certainly I will see you. You will not be late. I need friends like you. Well, we need friends like you. as an individuals all over the world, just concerned about humanity. So everything is about our collective existence. And that's why you see there is a lot of money available, but you must provide the template. You must provide the assurances. And I'm happy today you have done the last validation and given your own global stamp of recognition. Definitely, this will enlist the accreditation, the acceptance of some of the financiers, some of the partners that we are looking for. We cannot pay you more by just saying thank you. We want to say that you are forever our friends in Bauchi. And for Kenneth, you have been here. You are not from Akwa Ibom anymore. You are from Bauchi and Bauchi town, not even Tafawa Balewa.
To reinforce grassroots security, Governor Bala Mohammed has donated 7 operational vehicles to the Bauchi State Vigilante and Youth Empowerment Agency. At the handover, he praised the commitment of community defenders in hard-to-reach areas and announced plans for drone surveillance and improved logistics in partnership with the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC. Top officials, including the Secretary to the Government and the Police Commissioner, hailed the move as a significant boost to local security coordination.
On behalf of all the security agencies, I want to thank you and your members of your cabinet for this gesture today. I want to assure you that the vehicles you have given to this vigilante group is not only for them, it's for the entire security agencies in Bauchi State. So we are aware of what the vigilante group under the able leadership of Umar Shai has been doing to the command. And I want to assure you that to whom much is given, much is expected. I am sure with this gesture, they will perform a lot of wonders. On behalf of other security agencies, I want to assure you that I will monitor them and I will assure you that the vehicles will be put to proper use. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, and the head of our security agencies. Your Excellency, in line with your avowed commitment to ensure the continued peace and security of the state so that we can attract investments and prosperity, you had directed that we acquire operational vehicles to support our security system. Specifically, Your Excellency, this afternoon we have 7 Hilux vehicles that you had directed for us to acquire for the Bauchi State Youth Vigilante and Youth Empowerment Agency, not just in recognition of the gallantry that they've shown in the field, but also to provide continuous support for them to be able to tackle criminality around the state. Your Excellency, the vehicles are right there in front of you for your presentation, Your Excellency. Thank you.
I think the secretaries of the government has already said everything that I need to say. We are really appreciative of our security community here in Bauchi that is ably being led by the Commissioner of Police and of course assisted very well by the DSS and the Civil Defense and the Brigade Commander. The kind of support they are giving our vigilante who are operating within the rules of engagement, the established practice, and they are doing so much to ensure that we are safe and secure, especially in our vulnerable areas, hard to reach places like Alkaleri, Choro, Tafawa Balewa, and Ningi. We know what is going on in the country, but certainly we have become a safe corridor in the midst of insecurity around us.
In a landmark move towards industrial revitalization, Air Nigeria Limited has been handed over to the Bauchi State Government by the Bank of Industry, ending years of stalled ownership and missed potential. Governor Bala Mohammed revealed that 1.5 billion naira was set aside to secure the company and that 615 million naira in outstanding staff entitlement will be paid soon. Plans are underway to turn the facility into a multi-sector industrial hub focusing on agricultural machinery, clean energy, transport, and solar-powered innovations.
We have been battling with this issue for over 13 years now. I've been waiting for somebody to come and settle the situation. So many scavengers have been coming, trying to acquire the company, dismantling and taking to other places, but we said no. We want somebody who will come here to revive this industry.
Facilitated and better to achieve in terms of making sure that we bring prosperity and glory to our dear state. And of course, to say we thank the federal government and of course the Bank of Industry for understanding that business and enterprise is not just about profitability. There is the issue of community engagement and the issue of economic development. Stella Nigeria Limited has been one of the beacons of prosperity in the country as one of the premier assembly plants that were established during the military era. Unfortunately, it has gone under, and it has been under so many management, even ownership, inclusive of some good sons and daughters of Bauchi that have taken over the company. And they have exposed it to a level where there is a lot of huge capital outlay. There has not been regretted. They are ready to be under the receivership of the Bank of Industry. Definitely we know the economic value of that place cannot be quantified. The huge hectares of land that are there, the machinery that have gone away and they were ill-packed, the housing estate, and even the decay that has really greeted that place.
Governor Bala Mohammed has launched the construction of a 7.8 billion naira ultra-modern State House of Assembly complex, part of the ongoing effort to modernize infrastructure for all arms of government. The governor announced that over 50% of the contract sum has already been paid, with the project expected to be completed in 12 months. Speaker Abubakar Y. Suleiman described the project as timely and transformative, with Commissioner Dallami Kawule framing it as part of broader infrastructure upgrade.
We congratulate the 10th Assembly members for this giant strike embarked on opened by this administration under the able leadership of our amiable governor, Senator Bala Mohammed, CON, Bauchi, the executive governor, that the dream journey of renovation, remodeling, and upgrading of the long-neglected Bauchi State House of Assembly complex.
Fundamental role of administration and status in guiding democracy. It is also a clear indication of the desire to leave a legacy of robust government, inclusiveness, and institutional respect. Undertaking this renovation is demonstrated that democracy can not only be accessed but also dignified.
Undergone only one minor regulation in 2011. We therefore agree with me that the complex, which has served as the heartbeat of legislative processes, is now overdue for refurbishment. Over the years, the complex has witnessed countless debates, legislative milestones, and the collective effort of our esteemed members to serve the people of Bauchi State.
The renovation, remodeling, and upgrading of the Bauchi State House of Assembly complex, which groundbreaking we are witnessing today, is a case of equal and just treatment for all the three arms of government, which constitute the tripod upon which the government rests. Indeed, the need for befitting and conducive environment, effective legislative action cannot be overemphasized. This is more so considering the fact that for nearly 20 years, the State Assembly Committee has not been elevated. The need for the complex to be put in proper shape and be provided with the necessary facilities, befitting its status have therefore become imperative. The project is being given at the cost of 7.8 billion naira, for which 50% of the money has already been approved and paid to the contractor. And it has 12 months to finish because we want to finish it within our time, so that our colleagues in the State Assembly will have the honor of opening and using it. I would like to say at this junction our sincere appreciation and gratitude to the Honorable Speaker and other principal officers, as well as the entire members of the State House of Assembly, for the support and cooperation that we are enjoying from them as a government. Indeed, the mutual understanding and respect between the executive and the state arms of government has become.
That's all on Bauchi in Focus for this week. From agriculture and urban planning to humanitarian aid and religious affairs, Bauchi State continues to take bold stride toward inclusive development. Join us again next week for another roundup of the top stories from the Pearl of Tourism. I'm Ibrahim Ismail. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.